Today, we're diving into a captivating film where a young boy becomes obsessed with his friend's mother, leading to a web of manipulation, obsession, and tragic consequences. The story begins at a school where a literature teacher named Germain assigns his students an essay task to describe their weekend in a literary style. While most essays are mundane, one from a student named Claude stands out. Claude writes about visiting his friend Rafa's house, where he has long been curious about Rafa's family. On one visit, Claude becomes infatuated with Rafa's mother, and he devises a plan to manipulate Rafa's studies, ensuring he can spend more time in their home. Germain, impressed by Claude's writing talent, chooses to mentor him despite warnings from his wife, Jean. Jean, who sells provocative sculptures, senses something unsettling about Claude's essays. Nevertheless, Germain continues encouraging Claude's writing, believing in his potential. As Claude's obsession with Rafa's mother deepens, he manipulates situations to stay close to her. He exploits Rafa's weak academic skills, deliberately complicating Rafa's assignments to ensure his presence at their house remains essential. Claude describes in his essays how he carefully observes Rafa's mother, learning her routines and exploiting opportunities to interact with her. He even details lingering in rooms where she's recently been, fascinated by her scent and personal belongings. When Rafa's mother begins to suspect Claude's intentions, she attempts to distance him from the family by arranging a new tutor. Desperate to maintain his presence, Claude convinces Germain to steal a math exam paper, ensuring Rafa scores well and keeps him around. This risky act entangles Germain further in Claude's manipulative schemes. Claude's essays become increasingly disturbing, reflecting his obsession. He imagines scenarios where Rafa's parents' conflicts create opportunities for him to get closer to Rafa's mother. Claude describes manipulating situations to worsen the tension between Rafa's parents, hoping their fights will result in more alone time with Rafa's mother. The tension escalates when Rafa's mother reads a passionate letter from Claude. Shocked, she warns him to stay away, but Claude insists his feelings are sincere. Despite her warnings, she ultimately gives in to a moment of weakness, sharing a passionate kiss with Claude. Rafa, witnessing this moment, is devastated and later takes his own life. Claude chillingly details this tragic event in another essay, ending with "to be continued." The story continues as Rafa's mother reveals she's pregnant, rekindling her relationship with Rafa's father. Claude is banned from their home, yet his obsession persists. Germain, finally recognizing the danger Claude poses, forbids him from writing further essays. However, Claude disobeys and attempts to convince Rafa's mother to run away with him. She rejects him, calling their encounter a mistake, leaving Claude heartbroken and furious. In a final manipulative act, Claude visits Germain's home and seduces Jean, exploiting her emotional vulnerability. He spends days feeding Jean stories about Germain's obsession with his students and suggesting that Germain might be unfaithful. Slowly, Jean's doubts grow, and she becomes emotionally distant from Germain. Eventually, Claude manipulates her into a physical relationship. He leaves behind an essay documenting the event, shattering Germain's marriage. Soon after, Germain is fired from his teaching position for his involvement in the stolen exam scandal. Alone and broken, Germain reflects on how his misguided trust in Claude destroyed his life. In the film's final moments, Germain sits on a bench when Claude approaches. Germain bitterly asks if Claude has come to ruin what little remains of his life. Instead, Claude sits beside him, staring at the windows of nearby homes. As Germain watches, he realizes that Claude is already imagining his next twisted story. The movie ends with the words, "The story continues." And if you enjoyed this story, don't forget to like, subscribe, and turn on notifications so you never miss another epic recap. See you in the next one.